today we're talking about solving equations where the variable is in the base. Okay, the goal here is if you look at our steps, the first thing is you always want to try to get your exponent by itself. Okay, then in order to get rid of an exponent, you have to raise it to the reciprocal power. And then you'll be able to solve for x. So if you notice on example 1, the exponent is by itself. So in order to get rid of that 1/2 power, we will raise it to the 2/1 power. Because when I raise it to the reciprocal power, everything will cancel out. But whatever you do to one side, you also have to do to the other side. So we're going to end up with 3 to the 2/1, or I could just write that as 3 to the 2nd power. And what is 3 to the 2nd power? 9. So the answer is x equals 9. Okay. Example 2. Again, our exponent is by itself. So what are we going to do in order to get rid of the 3/2 power? Very good. We will raise it to the 2/3 power. Okay? So when I do that, the whole purpose is to get rid of all those. And then going backwards from yesterday. Okay? So let's just talk about this here one more time. The top number represents our what? Your exponent or power. And the bottom number represents the root. So when I rewrite this, what is it going to become? Cubed root of 8 squared. Okay, so the bottom number always becomes the root, and our top number becomes our power exponent. So what is the cubed root of 8? 2. You can break this down. 8 is 4 times 2, and then 4 is 2 and 2. In order to get rid of our root, how many do we need for a group? 3. There is exactly 3 2's, so therefore we can pull that 2 out, and there's no more root left. So we end up with 2 to the 2nd power, and 2 to the 2nd power is 4. So our answer is x equals 4. Okay, questions? All right, on example 3. Is the exponent by itself? No, what is with it? And this is where people forget. You have to always get rid of that number that's there with the variable and the exponent. So how am I going to get rid of the 4? Divide by 4. Okay, so I get x to the 3/4 power equals, and 108 divided by 4 is, very good, 27. So now that our exponent's by itself, how do I get rid of the 3/4? Raise it to reciprocal power, which would be 4/3. Whatever we do to one side, we do the other. Those all cancel. And how will I write 27 to the 4/3? Cubed root of 27. Good, to the 4th power. What does 27 break down to? 9 and 3 and 3 and 3. So I need how many for a group? 3, and I have exactly 3 3's. So that means I have 3 to the 4th power. And what is 3 to the 4th power? 81. So that means my answer is x equals 81. Okay, example 4, you're on your own. most of you got it, or everybody that I checked got it. Okay, what's our first step on here? Good, divide by 2 to both sides. Then I have x to the 2/3 equals 25. At this point, how do I get rid of the 2/3 power? Raise it to the 3/2. Do that to both sides. How do I rewrite 25 to the 3/2? Square root of 25 cubed, right? 25 is 5 and 5, which is exactly 2. So then we have 5 to the 3rd power, which is 125. So x equals 125. Okay, so far, thumbs up or thumbs down? Good? All right, moving on. Example 5. Is my exponent by itself? No. So what will I do to get it by itself?
Add 5.
Very good, add 5. So I have x minus 2 to the 5/2 power equals, and 27 plus 5 is? 32, very good. Am I going too fast? Okay, how do I get rid of the 5/2? Reciprocal, which would be 2/5 to both sides. Alistair. So we have x minus 2 equals, and how will I rewrite 32 to the 2/5? Can you tell me, Alistair, how to do it? How I rewrite that?
32, it would be...
The bottom number is always your root.
Oh, so it'd be... Oh, yeah, okay. So it'd be 32 under the 5th root squared.
Good. Please pay attention, okay? 32 breaks down to what? 2. Hopefully most of you remember that. If you need to, though, break it down. 8 times 4, and then 8 is 4 times 2, and 4 is 2 times 2, and this 4 is 2 times 2, and you have exactly 5 2s, which is what we need, because this one's a 5th root. And then, so I have 2 squared, which is 4. But you have to be careful on this, because my answer is not 4. X minus 2 equals 4. Therefore, what will I need to do to get my final answer? Add 2. And so we get x equals 6. Questions? Do you guys feel like this is easy? Cool. Okay, what will I do on 6? Very good. Multiply by 5 in order to get rid of that 1/5. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So we're multiplying both sides by 5. That cancels those 5s out. We have x plus 2 is raised to the 3/2 power equals, and 125 times 5 is, I just said the answer. It's 125. 25 times 5 is 125. How do I get rid of the 3/2? Reciprocal, which is 2/3. Alistair, please put it away. These cancel. We have x plus 2 equals, how will I rewrite 125 to the 2/3 power? Cubed root of 125 squared. What's the cubed root of 125? It's 5. If you ever wanted like double check on cubes, you have that, all your cubes on the wall if you want to check it. A lot of these you should hopefully have memorized, but the cubed root of 125 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. So I have x plus 2 equals 25, and then to solve this, I would, and so what is my answer? Perfect. Do you guys think you can do 7 on your own? Okay. I'm going to give you about a minute. If you have the answer, I'll check it. Perfect. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, you can distribute because you have that 1/3 power. First, subtract 5, then divide by -2. Perfect. If you're paying attention the whole time, you probably keep that. All right, here we go. Yes. So what's the first thing I do? Yes, subtract, get rid of the adding and subtracting first, and then divide or multiply. Okay, so then we have negative 2 times x minus 7 to the 1/3 equals 16. Then we need to get rid of that negative 2, so I divide by negative 2. So we have x minus 7 to the 1/3 equals negative 8. How do I get rid of the 1/3? You raise it to the third power, 3 over 1. So I'm raising both of these to the third power. So now I have x minus 7 equals, and negative 8 to the third power is negative 512. Then you add 7 to get x by itself. Whenever you have a negative and a positive, we subtract until I get x equals negative 505. That's my answer. Are we good? Okay, last one. Is the exponent by itself? Yes. Good. So all I have to do is raise it to the reciprocal, which will be 3 over 4. Okay, these cancel. How do I rewrite 16 to the 3/4? Good. 4th root of 16 to the 3rd. 16 breaks down to what? 2. But we can write that as 4 and 4, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. I need 4 for a group. I have exactly 4 2's. And that's how I get 2 to the 3rd power. And what is 2 to the 3rd power? 8. Okay, so that means my equation now is 3x plus 17 equals 8. I subtract 17 to both sides. 3x equals negative 9. Divide by 3, and x equals negative 3. Any questions?